Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we have such an exciting show as we're going to grab some basic pantry staples such as canned tuna and rice and create an extraordinary recipe. We're talking a hearty tuna tomato rice. And let me tell you, this dish is filled with so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's super easy to make. Like seriously, on a scale from 0 to 10, this is possibly a -1. And the best part, it's all done in just 30 minutes. Folks, serve this dish next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish red wine. More specifically from the region of Campo de Borja, you can have yourself a fabulous meal. Really quick before we start, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Jim Schallert, Barbara Eastman, and Alex Z. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. All right, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to add in 1 cup of rice into a fine sieve, which is 190 grams. And rinse the rice under some water between 1 to 2 minutes or until it starts running clear underneath. For this recipe, I'm using long grain, but you can use whatever type of rice you like. Then we'll add the rinsed rice into a saucepan, along with 2 cups of water, which is 480 milliliters. Important to check the package instructions in the rice you're using. That way you get your liquid to rice ratios and your cooking times right on the money. And half a teaspoon of sea salt, which is 3 grams. And then we'll turn it up to a high heat and give it a gentle mix. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the saucepan and lower the fire to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this for about 18 minutes until all the water's been absorbed and the rice is just cooked through. In the meantime, let's start making our tuna tomato mixture. I'm going to drain 2 cans of tuna in olive oil into a fine sieve with a bowl underneath. Size of the cans I'm using are 4 ounces, which is 110 grams each. Make sure you get the Spanish tuna I'm using in the description box below. And then we'll gently flake the tuna to remove any of the excess oil. And we'll also finely chop 1 small onion and roughly chop 4 large cloves of garlic. Then we'll heat a fry pan with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of the reserved olive oil from the canned tuna, which is 45 milliliters. If you're using tuna and water for this recipe, you just use regular olive oil. After a couple minutes, we'll add in the chopped onion and garlic. And we'll mix the ingredients around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously, that way everything evenly sautés. After about 3 to 4 minutes and the onion slightly translucent, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams. And 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, which is 1 gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. And like I've told you in the past, when you're working with paprika in a hot pan, you want to mix it in there quickly, otherwise it can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add in a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, which is 425 grams. This is very similar to passata. And season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And if you see that your tomato sauce is too acidic, you just add in a dash of white sugar. But I tell you, the sweetness from the paprika gives the tomato sauce the perfect balance. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then lower the fire to a low-medium heat. While tomato sauce is simmering, let's move back to the rice. After simmering it for about 18 minutes and all the water's been absorbed, it should be perfectly cooked. Once again, important to check the package instructions in the rice you're using, that way you get your cooking times right on the money. At this point, I'm going to remove the saucepan from the heat. And using a fork, we'll gently fluff the rice. This is to help separate the grains. If you want your rice to have a mushier texture, just leave the lid on there between 5 to 10 minutes and then take this step. Alright, let's move back to the tomato sauce. After simmering it between 5 to 10 minutes and all the flavors have developed, I'm going to turn off the heat, add in the drained tuna, and give it 1 final mix until it's well mixed together. Then we'll transfer some of the rice into a serving dish, top it off with some of the tuna tomato mixture, and some fresh parsley. Check it out, our hearty tuna tomato rice is done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in 30 minutes using the most basic pantry staples. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, a hearty tuna tomato rice. Known in Spain as arroz con atún y tomate, this looks so friggin' delicious. Here we go. That right there truly hits on all cylinders. And for me, another dish with less is more, because we grab such basic ingredients. We got such a beautiful dish. The tomato sauce has so many great flavors, with the tuna really shining through, and that rice rounds it up for the perfect balance. Easy to make, heart healthy. Give it a try at home. Once you get an extra crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish red wine from the beautiful region of Campo de Borja, you can have yourself a fabulous meal. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.